Booking will only start tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow, I think in your press kit also we mentioned it. But for all of you, if you want, you all boleh lah. Yang tu kita buat, kita side arrangement lah. Discount tak discount, please talk to Datuk Dr. Zahari. Okay, let's start.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin our press conference. But before that, please allow me to introduce you once again to our panel for today. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Aminah Rashid Saleh, our President and CEO of Perodua. On his right side is yang berbahagia Datuk Zainal Abidin Ahmad, Vice President Perodua Corporation Sidang Akhbar, and on his left side is yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Zahari Hussein, Managing Director Perodua Sidang Akhbar. So we open the floor for the Q&A session, and we would appreciate if you could introduce yourself and your organization before posing the question. So may we have the first question? From RTM, please.
Hello, Kamal from RTM. I just would like to ask you regarding about your sasaran 6,000, isn't it? Units for the first 3 months. Jadi mungkin apa faktor yang menyebabkan boleh yakin bahawa mampu mencapai sasaran itu?
Okay, saya jawab sikit, lepas tu saya nak minta Datuk Dr. Zahari jawab. Yang pertama, I think this is a model that has been the public has been waiting for this. So it is something new, and as you know, for those of you who have seen the car and has tested the car, there's a lot of differences. Kalau you compare between this new Myvi and the previous Myvi. So we believe that with the prices, the features, the entire package, it is really value for money. And we are cautiously optimistic that we'll be able to do about 6,000 per month. God willing, insyaAllah. Tambah sikit.
Saya rasa Datuk Aminah dah sebut betul why we target for 6,000. But this is now officially we say this is Myvi replacement. So if we look at our previous Myvi sales trend, our number also around that figure, on average about 6,000 units. So we are confident that we can keep that momentum of Myvi. Hence our target is about 6,000 units. Of course, not to be too optimistic, but I think post-launch booking will be much higher than 6,000 a month. So, but we think average about 6,000.
Now you're saying tomorrow you are preview atau launch, because today you accept booking. Why can't you start launching tomorrow? What exactly are you doing there?
Okay, two things. Number one, of course, beginning tomorrow, all our showrooms will accept bookings. Because kita dah release pricing. Now tomorrow there's an important event in Serdang, MIPS Serdang, in which we are one of the key participants of the Malaysian Auto Show organized by MAI. So we are taking the opportunity to have a sneak preview. So we are not launching, it will just be a sneak preview. The public, the audience will be able to see glimpses of the vehicle. I will not reveal too much, otherwise you all will not go. So please come, and I would like you all to wawarkan to the public to come. There's a lot of activities that's being that we plan for, in which again this is very much a sales-driven punya activity, product and sales-driven activity. Datuk Zahari will probably be able to provide you a little bit more detail without too detail. Otherwise, you all will not come. Share.
Okay, you asked a good question. Why not tomorrow? When we first planning for the launch day, we look at our existing Myvi model that we have. So at that time, we are looking. We expect our Myvi current stock will finish around this time. Whether we want to launch during the auto show or not, at that time we cannot decide, because we want to make sure that we clear all our current Myvi stock. As we speak, yes, we already cleared all the stock. So now, if you ask, you go to our showroom in the whole Malaysia, nobody will have any more current Myvi stock. But also, after considering the whole thing, we don't want to steal the thunder of the show. So we want to have our own exclusive launch, which we will do it. Like Dr. said, we will announce the date later, but it's not going to be long from now. The other thing that I think the most important factor in deciding the launch date is the supply. At this moment, we are building the stock. We want to make sure when we launch this model, we can immediately supply to our customer. So rest assured, this time for the new Myvi, if you place the booking now or from tomorrow onward, immediately after the launch date, meaning the second day after we launch, you will get the stock. We will deliver the car to our customer on the second day after we launch our model. So basically, it's that.
One of the things I'm curious about, normally how do you deal with customers who buy the old model? One day later, the new model comes out, 1 week later. How do your salesmen deal with the fellow say, why you never tell me about the new model? Do you give a discount?
That is a very valid question, and the most difficult to answer. Every time when we launch a new model, I'm sure everybody else also, other brands also face the same problem. How to manage the existing the customer who placed the booking for the current model. As you know now, before end of last month, we are selling our Myvi at a discount price. So now for the new model, I think you know better. Normally we don't offer discount for the new model. So the customer will lose that discount. Now, why how our sales advisor going to advise the customer is also very tricky, because at this moment, as we speak now, we are announcing to our outlet also of our plan. Our SEA sales advisor, they know that we are coming out with a new model, but they don't know when and what will be the price and what until now they know. So it's very difficult for them to explain to customers. So now we have issued FAQ to our sales advisor. We already communicated with our contact center staff to now explain to customer how to go about. Now, customer has two choices. One is, of course, they can still choose our other model, which is now also on offer, Alza and Asia, and also Beza, or they can choose to wait for the newly launched Myvi, but the price will be adjusted. I think when they see the car later, when they look at the features and they compare the price as announced just now, I think they will accept that price, because now paying slightly more when after the discount for the new car or for the old car, I think they get much better features. Hopefully our customer will understand it. Yes, we allow them to. I think after this session today, our SA will be busy converting the customer.
There's a question about the development. So, Haiti Master, the preview, you guys said that you modernized the existing factory for this Myvi and the automation level. Can you share with us a little bit about that, and how does that impact the quality, and what's the capacity now in the new factory?
Okay, I bagi buka timah dia, lepas tu kita nak cakap. You know, when we did our transformation 1.0, kita realize that to accelerate, that's why we call transformation, we set up PGMSB, and in a way we have achieved that transformation in terms of global standards and the rest. And we also realize, in order for us to transform our existing plant, PMSB, PGMSB becomes the new benchmark. And we were hoping that our people in PMSB will challenge themselves, internal competition, to challenge themselves to say that I want to be better, I want to be as good. So that is from the people's point of view, which is very key in terms of changing the attitude and mindset. Because, you know, old culture to new culture. But at the same time, of course, the hardware also need to be changed, you know, equipment and the rest, which we did, and it's still work in progress. So, details sikit tu, Datuk Jada boleh provide.
Okay, thank you, Datuk Amin. Basically, as mentioned by Datuk Amin, first thing that we did was the transformation of people. So basically, that one is basically done, and our people understood, you know, the requirement of quality, the requirement of cost competitiveness, and so on. And then the facilities, basically major improvement in the machine and facilities are at our body shop. So at this moment, our welding shop, you can say it's almost equivalent to our new factory of PGMSB, automation and all that. Cuma at body shop tu, as you know, bila the new Myvi masuk, and then we have the old Alza still there. So we have, you know, a mixture of you know, automation and so on. Then other than that, in terms of quality, for this new Myvi, basically our target is actually global quality level, and we will not compromise in terms of quality. And at this moment, based on our, you know, trial production and so on, alhamdulillah, kita rasa kita dah boleh achieve the quality standard yang kita nak. And then bila kita start the initial production, the other day also kita tengok dia punya issues and problem actually very much less compared to the previous model that we introduced. So bukan saja dekat factory di Perodua, but what is important also, kita punya vendors also have improved. So the performance of our vendors as well as our production also have improved bila kita buat this new Myvi. The existing capacity kita tak ada increase capacity, tapi when I say tak ada increase tu maknanya it's not really hard increase in terms of capacity, tapi dari segi tolerance in terms of kita punya tag time tu kita boleh adjust. So because of the automation and so on, the flexibility in terms of the tag time adjustment is easier basically at our company.
So the target DPU ke tak?
Target DPU kita for this model is actually 0.04. Kita nak target below 0.05 level.
Any question?
This DPU target basically, kalau if I mention 0.04, 0.005 is actually kita sekarang ni gunakan the same what you call Toyota Global Standard TJS level of DPU target. So our PMSB factory, PGMSB factory also dah standardized into the target quality.
So it's the same lah, both sama target.
Same.
This question is on the cost and price of the car. I mean, the car is very, very well spec'd, very well. So how do you get the cost down to, you know, such a reasonable level?
Okay, I will try my very best to answer without revealing too much. Two prongs lah. Number one is internally within Perodua itself, our factory. There's a lot of activities with regards to not just looking at cost. We look at material, we look at processes. Yeah. The other one is from the vendor point of view. And one of the things that we have done slightly different is the introduction of what we call VSC, Vendor Support Center. In which we send our people some engineer level, some slightly below, where they are being assigned on a longer period at selected vendors, so that we can identify and assist them, particularly with regards to QCD quality, cost, and also delivery. So that also has helped us in terms of bringing the cost to the level that we want. Saya minta Dr. Zana tambah sikit.
Okay, when we talk about cost is one thing, price is another thing. Tapi what I want to mention is the cost. Cost competitiveness is one of our key transformation pillar that we should do. And as correctly mentioned by Datuk just now, bukan dekat Perodua, not only at PMSB or PJMSB and so on, but important thing now is actually our vendor. Kita punya vendor, with the activity mentioned by Datuk Aminah just now, I would say our vendors now, dia punya cost competitiveness level dia dah match to the Indonesian level. So I can say here that our cost basically is competitive. Kita boleh comparable to Indonesian vendors, and cuma dia punya method yang kita buat is not, we don't do and force the vendor to reduce the price. We work together with the vendor and then come up with the Kaizen and improvement item and so on, and then based on that improvement kita share lah dengan vendor. So whatever benefit yang being generated by this improvement kita share. So that is one of the reason kenapa kita boleh achieve the cost competitiveness. At the same time also at kita punya design and also R&D. Basically this model as mentioned by Dato' dalam presentation tadi, because the design is 99.99% Mr. Abang mentioned by Perodua. Therefore kita boleh buat kita punya own benchmarking activity, kita buat kita punya own, in Japanese term they call it Buhinjuku activity, di mana we can compare kita punya design tu dengan the design with cost comparison in mind. So because of that tu I rasa kita boleh achieve the cost competitiveness for this model.
I think you guys had mentioned about export plans for the Myvi. So can you share a little bit about that export plan and whether that involves your own brand or reverse rebadging? Maybe other people might be rebadging your cars or macam mana?
You may not like my answer lah. We are about to launch. Today we share with you the logo. Tomorrow we open for booking. Our focus will be the domestic market. Yeah. However, the design or the whole packaging yang kita buat tadi, Dr. Dana sebut about the quality and the rest, has been designed to meet, if not all, most of global standards. So memang ada that has been at the back of our mind. But the details of the export, whether existing market, new market, kita tak finalize yet. Yeah. So once we are ready, we will share it with you. So for now, the focus is domestic market, and inshallah, with the pricing, the features, and the rest, and of course with your help, untuk wawarkan kepada public, we are hoping, we are praying that this will be another running success for us. Okay.
Okay, last question before we end this session. Right, thank you to our panel for the
One last question.
Ada question?
Datuk Kamal, okay. Boleh kongsi sikit pasal pemandangan kita ada 2 bulan, sebulan lagi penghujung tahun ini, mungkin dari segi TIV boleh bagi updates dari segi TIV.
Oh, TIV.
TIV dan juga mungkin model yang yang menjadi pasti mungkin.
Okey, saya jawab sikit. Saya nak minta Dr. Zahari mungkin ada boleh elaborate sikit. We are still standing with MAA in the figures as of now, which is 590. Maknanya the last 2 months ni will be a very challenging month for all players if we want to achieve that 590. Will it be possible? It may be possible, but it will be very challenging. Yeah. We are still keeping to our target. God willing, insyaAllah, the 202 again with your help, with the acceptance of the public and all stakeholders, we will be able to keep that 202. Bear in mind the 202 ni kita dah include this new Myvi lah, kita dah include.
I think you all know how the market is right now. Now we are already in almost second half of November. Things very, very tough right now. And the shortfall to the target of what mentioned by MAA is now still very huge. So whether we can achieve that number or not, now is a big question mark. Tambah lagi pula unfortunate situation in the north of our country, Penang, Kedah. Now I don't think people in those areas want to buy car these few days. So it is very, very tough. For Perodua, until end of October, we have registered about 170,000 units. So if you minus of the 202K yang Datuk mentioned tadi, you know how many more that we have to do within this 1.5 months or this 2 months. So we still have confidence that we can achieve that 202, and we also trying very best if we can do slightly higher than that to improve the TIV, because the momentum is very important. If we can increase the TIV this year a bit, hopefully that will help us to start next year with a better footing. So it's very tough. So hopefully you all also will support us. The issue that everybody is facing is the financing, and now we have another natural disaster issue. So we are managing that as well. Before we end the session, I just want to take this opportunity to share a few things. I think most of them mentioned during Datuk's presentation, but the auto show tomorrow, we will be there. We will be the biggest participant, and as mentioned by Datuk, we will start our teaser tomorrow. So we welcome all of you, and I hope you also can help us to promote this, to encourage the public to come to the auto show, because at our booth at the auto show, they can have a peek on our new Myvi. Peak hole is not a new thing. So I think many people have done that before, but we will do it differently a bit. They will see more than what they can see in the past. So it's of course we will not show all, and we also offer something very interesting for our existing model over there. If they place the booking at auto show, they get special offer. There are many activities. I think the agenda for the auto show will be announced by MAI today, this afternoon. So the official opening will be around 3 o'clock. So we expect the VVIP, which is going to be Yang Berhormat Deputy Prime Minister, we visit the booth. Our booth is going to be around 4 o'clock. So hopefully you can be there to cover our event there also. Then the other thing, if you remember during the test drive session last time, when I did my presentation, I mentioned to you the Malaysians, when they want to buy a car, they want everything in a car. And related to the question of pricing just now, I think now they will get that, they get everything at the most affordable price. So I hope our media friend here can also help us to promote that and to buy, and of course to buy. We are now giving to what they ask for, what they want in their car. at the price that they want as well. So I think the winner in this introduction is Malaysian customers. So thank you.
Thank you to Yang Bagi Datuk Azwari, thank you to Yang Bagi Datuk Dr. Aminah, and also Yang Bagi Datuk Zainal. Ladies and gentlemen, with that we have come to the end of today's program, and I take this opportunity to thank to all of you for giving your full support by attending this event. Before we end, I would like to